trying to come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at?
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go. White.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You talk about this Giant defense.
Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run. At the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
65.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, if you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The Raiders at 3 and 5, 2 games under 500. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
21. Hey, gun.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
2.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Throwing Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
DeAndre Carter back deep. This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jones.
He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt.
And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Jones to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
In just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Here we go.
Garoppolo changing the play.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Come on. 13.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
13.
Jacobs is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion left, the tight end. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
White. 21.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
That ball caught by Campbell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Oh, some strong running. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Myers. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Garoppolo's going to change the play.
21. Here we go.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Twenty-one.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the short field to get in for 6.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
21. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock.
He rifles one that's going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Detroit Johnson. Other side.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Completed the Hyatt.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Adams the man in motion right. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Dancing, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11. I got
they'll send Adams in
11,
motion
11.
left.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Taken right around the 44. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Timberland.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Jones now on 1st down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Barkley inside handoff. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Garoppolo to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, hey.
Here's 1st and 10.
Timberland.
Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he works free. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off play action. Jones. Catch made here by Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making...
And now here's another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the